All right, it is time to identify syllogistic arguments. Now, I know what you're thinking. I can't identify them if I don't know what they are. Good thought. So let's first talk about a syllogistic argument. And what is it? So basically, here it is. It's a general statement, a major premise, and then a specific statement, we call that a minor premise, that when combined lead to a logical conclusion. And I know that that's kind of vague, but here's the thing. You're going to have two statements, okay? A general and a specific, major and a minor. So statement one, statement two. When we put those two things together, we can come up with a conclusion of, okay, if this is true and that is true, then that leads to, okay, that's the problem. All right, so here we go. Is the following a syllogistic argument? Syllogistic argument. So we're looking for. If so, identify the major and minor premise. Okay. So statement number one, green eyes, that should be green-eyed. Green-eyed pullywinks have 6 toes on their left foot. Statement two, Jerome is a green-eyed pullywink. Conclusion, Jerome has 6 toes on his left foot. Okay, so the question is this a syllogistic argument? So let's think about this. Okay, looking at statement one. Okay, so green-eyed pullywinks have 6 toes on the left foot. So let's think of this as an if-then statement. If you are a green-eyed pullywink, then you have 6 toes on your left foot. Right? So we think about this. So that would be like if P, then Q. Okay. And that's pretty general, right? This is about all the pullywinks. Statement two is a little bit more specific. It's about Jerome, who is a green-eyed pullywink. Well, looking back at statement one, if you're a green-eyed pullywink, we said that was P. Therefore, statement two is just P. And think about this. If the if-then statement is if P, then Q, then if we have P, that would lead to Q. And look what our conclusion is. Jerome has 6 toes on his left foot, which is the conclusion. So yes, this is a syllogistic argument because the general statement of one, the specific statement two, leads to a logical conclusion. So we would say statement one would be the major premise, and statement two would be the minor, because the minor premise is the more specific. And it's specific because we're talking about Jerome, a very specific pullywink, whereas statement one is very general. All right, let's do another example. Is the following a syllogistic argument? If so, identify the major and the minor. Statement one, all of Janet's friends are right-handed. Statement two, Jeffrey is right-handed. Therefore, Jeffrey is Janet's friend. Okay, so again, just like we did in the last example, let's think through statement one as an if-then statement. So, if you are Janet's friend, then you are right-handed. Okay, so that leads us to, if you're Janet's friend, that would be P, then you're right-handed. Jeffrey, this is specific, is right-handed. Right-handed is the second part. This is Q. So we're saying all of Janet's friends are right-handed. Jeffrey is right-handed. Therefore, Jeffrey is Janet's friend. Being Janet's friend is the P statement. Well, here's the thing. We know that P implies Q, right? It's conditional. If P, then Q. Well, here we know Q. This doesn't work that if P, then Q, and then if Q, then P. These are not the same. No, no, no. And therefore, no, this is not a syllogistic argument because our specific statement, statement two, gives us Q. And therefore, we cannot conclude P because that's not how this works, right? So no. And if you think of this in terms of a like a diagram. If these are all of the right-handed people in the world, right? The black circle is right-handed people. And we know that all of Janet's friends, so this is Janet's friends here, all of Janet's friends are right-handed. So when it says, well, you know, Jeffrey is right-handed, great. Jeffrey could be out here, right? This could be Jeffrey, or he could be Janet's friend, but we don't know that. So because it's possible that Jeffrey exists in the right-hand world without being Janet's friend, that is not a syllogistic argument.